Welcome to Alicia Behind the Scenes Below the Line. I am here with Mr. Larry, who is a phenomenal, world-renowned hairstylist in the film industry. But not only that, he's won a BAFTA Award, Hollywood Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild Award, one Gold Derby Award, Hollywood Critics Association, and what else, Mr. Larry?
People's Choice Award.
People's Choice Award.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and the Guild Award.
And Guild. I didn't even know hairstylists had the Guild.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild.
Yeah.
Okay. And not only that, your credits include Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, The Preacher's Wife, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and so many more. So, Mr. Larry, with a career like that, how does it make you feel to know that your work has contributed to all of those?
I'm just blessed.
Yeah.
And humbled.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really talking with myself a lot.
Uh-huh.
I'm just appreciative of my work. And basically it.
Yeah.
But I'm not him.
How did you even get into the industry?
I started working right here in Brooklyn. I had a salon that the word of mouth spread it.
Yeah.
And I started getting a lot of celebrity clients would come from all over.
So were you a barber or you did?
I did both.
Wow.
I wanted to always do both.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to just be a barber.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to take care of the ladies too.
Yeah.
And that's how I really started.
Yeah.
In unisex.
So when you were younger, okay, you mind saying how old you are?
I am 67.
When's your birthday?
6/7/56.
Oh, so June 7th. Mine's June 1st.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we should have a party together. So, growing up, did anybody in your family do hair? Because
My father was a barber.
he was a barber, okay?
Yeah.
And so you were inspired.
Not really. I wanted to be an accountant.
An accountant?
Yeah.
Why an accountant?
Well, I was good with numbers, and I wanted that image of the briefcase and the suit and going to work. And that was what I wanted to do, and I did do it for a little while.
You were an accountant?
Well, I worked in a bank in the accounting department,
Mm-hmm.
and doing ledgers, on the back.
Yeah.
And I got into a run with my boss.
What kind of run with your boss?
Well, he was kind of abusive. He was an ex-military man because I went to school in Virginia.
Okay.
That's where I was doing the work.
Okay.
And he would talk to people in a certain way, and one day I just opened my mouth, trying to not defend, but basically defend a co-worker.
Okay.
And we got into it.
Mm.
And he basically said, I'll see to you that you never work anywhere. And that's when that threat just made me say, well,
You can do it yourself.
I can do it on my own.
So, but coming from accounting, what made you not go out and say be a consultant or start your own accounting firm and instead doing hair?
Well, I took into account what he said. Okay, and in that business, they all have connections.
Yeah.
See, so I didn't want to go somewhere and build and then have that
happen.
come back up again. So I said, I'm just going to do this. This hair thing, because I can do it.
Yeah.
And
so did you start with just like having people come to your house, or?
No, I basically started in my hometown of Albany, New York.
Okay. Where though?
In the barbershop. Not in my father's shop.
Yeah.
But in his friend's shop.
Mm-hmm.
And when I felt I was good enough,
you ventured out.
I just left it alone. Like, I could do this.
Yeah.
And I'll do other students when I go to school. Like just fool around like that. But I didn't take it serious until the bank. Yeah.
What was your introduction into the film industry? Like, how did that come about?
I met Spike.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee came to my salon where I was working at,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to another barber, and you know, Spike never had a lot of money back when he was in school.
Yeah.
And one day,
How long ago was that?
going back 40 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
80, I'll say 80, 81, 82,
Okay.
because he was still in school.
Okay.
And he came in one day and he didn't have the money and it was crowded.
Ooh.
And my man didn't want to do it because the money was sitting in the shop. And he, you know, he started on a I say a role, like a comedy. Like he just started saying things and had everybody laughing. And
Yeah.
and I'm watching Spike in the middle of the floor with a packed house. Then his shoulders slumped and he left.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, I got enough money and I got enough clients. I'm gonna go get them.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want my partners to know what I was doing. I just told them I was gonna get something to eat. I ran out the shop, went unstopped, and told her, I said, listen, anytime you come in the shop again, come talk to me, see how many I got, and have a seat, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
So we just started talking like that. And he was telling me he wanted to do film.
Mm.
And his first student film we did in the shop.
It was what?
His student film.
Oh, you
Joe-
did it in your shop?
Yeah, Joe's
Okay.
Best Side Barbershop. We did it in the shop, and I helped him out with that. And then he said he got a grant for the student film, and when he got the grant, he said, I couldn't work on it because it was union and all. I said, it's all right, you know, I understand.
Oh, it was union even as a student film.
Well, no, after his student film,
Okay.
he got a grant to do a commercial.
Ah, okay.
And I think the name of the film was The Messenger,
Okay.
but he never got it completed because they came down and closed him down, you know, because, you know, he wasn't professional or whatever. That was their thing.
Okay.
So they closed him down, and he came back and said, you know, let's do a film. I got another film I want to do. We're going to do it. Guerrilla filmmaking, like, you know, where he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And that was She's Gotta Have It.
She's gotta have.
And we shot that in 12 days.
And you just saw something in him. And
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because even when he was coming to shop, because I used to have a lot of the, Bernard King was one of my clients who would play with the Knicks, so he would always give me tickets to the game, which I never went to, so I would give Spike the tickets because I knew he's a big Knicks fan.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's kind of opened up the conversation between me and him a lot. So when he was saying like, yeah, how did you get the tickets? I said, I got Bernard. So that kind of opened up our relationship.
Right.
And the rest is like,
Yeah.
you know.
And you've done so many of his.
I think I've done 15 of his films.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 15.
You've done a lot. I looked it up.
Yeah, I did a few of them.
Almost all.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah.
That was critically acclaimed.
Was it a culture shock for you to go from just working in a regular salon to working on production?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because working in a salon where I was basically people coming to see me and celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of was, plus my brother-in-law, when I was in high school, he was a basketball star.
Oh.
So so I just watching the process of my brother-in-law going from high school to college to the NBA kind of gave me I kind of felt comfortable around that kind of people, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't intimidated.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Which is important.
Yeah.
For what we do.
Yeah.
Because we are around some, but they're just human.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
They're just,
you know.
we, as other humans outside of the industry, have given them this status.
And seeing my brother-in-law and being around him with his flaws, seeing that he was just a regular person, but he had all this going on.
Yeah.
I was comfortable. I said, okay, I understand. So to make that move, and before I was working with Spike, I was doing stuff for Ebony.
Ebony magazine.
Ebony magazine, okay. Ebony Man, Essence. So wow. I knew that whole model world too.
Yeah.
And because I did the first 12 covers of Ebony Man magazine.
Really?
Yeah, I did those covers, and I had a little what do you call it, editorial inside about haircutting and stuff like that. So it was an experience.
Have you ever imagined what your life would be like had you not transitioned from accounting to this?
You know, you never know.
Right.
You know, you take one day at a time.
Yeah.
You know, no, I never imagined.
So what has been, like for instance, when I first got into the industry, I had to learn to not take things personally. But also I learned if I wasn't careful, this industry will take you out. Because it drains your life.
It does.
You don't get to have one outside of the industry, especially when we're working. And a lot of people like yourself who work all the time, how do you even cultivate having a family?
I miss that part. I mean, I really miss that part. It didn't really. Well, the fact that when I started working with Spike, I only did Spike movies for a long time.
Yeah.
And he didn't let other people know that I could do something else. So people would call 40 Acres looking for me, and he'd say, oh, he's busy.
Why? Why would he do that?
Well, Spike is, you know, he's
territorial.
Well, yeah, territorial. You know,
Okay.
He was, you know, and I didn't know about
I wouldn't let a good thing go either.
I didn't know about it until I did a few movies outside of Spike. When one of the producers said, man, we were trying to call you. We tried to get you for so-and-so and so. And we called Spike's office. And at that time, Spike had he had it going on where people respected him. So he, matter of fact, on Malcolm X, I wasn't a key or the department head because Spike came to me and asked me if I could do a like a process.
Yeah.
And I said,
which was a huge scene in that movie.
Yeah, I said I could do it, and he asked me to explain, and I told him like, well, I got to feel the hair. I said, because different textures of hair, I can do some. And I couldn't really explain to him because to me, hair is an art.
Yeah. If
you know hair, it's an art, so everybody's hair is different. And you got to know what you can apply and what you can't apply.
Yep.
And that was important to me. So when I told him that, he told me, is that it? And I was like, yeah, that's it. And it wasn't a good enough answer for him. So he got another person that could explain it like they went to school, like hair follicle, and they broke it down. So then he came back and said, well, listen, you can do my hair, but I got this other guy to do. I said, no problem. And I was really like relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, and then we're talking about histories. He said, all I gotta do is look at pictures. So to me, that movie to me was very easy.
Okay.
And it was hard for him. And I can understand it because all the research, but for me, it was easy. And the access I had as far as pictures was concerned was incredible.
Yeah.
You know, by some of the musicians I knew, like Max Roach, who used to open up for Malcolm X on 125th Street, gave me all his photo albums of that time.
Wow. Because research is so important.
Yeah, so I actually brought photo albums. Uncle Max gave me he gave me these albums, and he says, you can have them, but you have to keep them in your possession. So I would bring them to work and let people see them, but every night they went home with me.
Yeah.
but it was a tremendous help for everybody on the production.
Yeah.
And
so with all of, I guess with how demanding it seems Spike was on you,
yeah,
and how territorial, were you able to have a family?
Yeah, because I'm just a regular person, because I'm gonna make time for the family.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, plus I knew him before he did film. So when you know somebody before film, it's like, I'm not gonna change because you're Spike Lee, because I already knew you were gonna be Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna be Spike.
You met him in school.
We would go to games in Philadelphia. I remember we went to the game in Philly one time, and my wife, I had the binoculars, and her thing was looking at all the celebrities in the house.
Yeah.
Like, dear so-and-so and so. And then I remember one time saying, we got a celebrity sitting right next to us right here named Spike Lee. Yeah. And she looked at me like, yeah, right. But I knew then that, I just knew it.
Yeah.
Because he just had that drive, and, he just had that drive, and I knew he was going to do it. And you have to, if you believe in somebody, you gotta back them 110%. You gotta really believe.
Yeah.
I mean, what I notice sometimes, people are, their jealousy, or they're in their what's the word I'm looking for? They don't. If they see you going somewhere, they
feel like they're losing.
And I was like, man, go.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. And that's how
the crabs in the barrel mentality.
Go, because what's positive for you is going to always have a reflection on me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like I'm going to receive blessings too. If I truly believe in you, what you're doing, I know I'm going to benefit to you some kind of way.
Right.
It may not be. You never know. It's just all like, it just makes me feel good when people come back and say, Larry, you know what, you told me so and so and so, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I've done enough.
So what has been either your most favorite or most memorable film that you've worked on, or both?
The next one.
The next one? Most favorite and memorable? Really?
I've done so many, I can't, there's so many that I've done that I like.
Well, what makes it a good experience for you, working in the business?
You know what? What makes me feel good is a lot of movies I worked on were successful.
They were highly recognized.
A lot of them. It's like I don't have a lot of
Yeah.
It's like I've helped people do their thing.
Yep.
And like from mixing Nia, her film to, I did a little film that's coming back called Just Another Girl in the IRT. And it's coming back. It's about teen pregnancy and all like that. And they're trying to do a remake or a part 2. And it was a little project, but I always say nothing small. It's always, it's what you put your heart into. It's always going to be successful.
Right.
So that's
because it's still opening the door for somebody who's trying to get in.
Exactly.
Have you defined purpose for yourself?
No.
Why?
You know what? I can't, I'm just very thankful.
Yeah?
I'm very thankful. I'm humble. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I thank God every day.
Yeah. But you can't even fathom what you think God put you on this earth to do.
One day at a time.
Really?
One day at a time. Every day is a blessing. I'm getting emotional. Every day is a blessing.
Yes, sir.
I can't, it's like I'm never better than anybody else.
Right.
I'm doing what anybody else can do. I just do it the best the best way I know how.
Yeah.
And
And just keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
I say keep putting one foot in front of the other.
That's all you can do. You know, and treat people like you want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, like when you started working with us it's like open your arms and let's welcome her in. Let's make her feel as comfortable as possible. And if you see something that you feel, say something, and just kill all that so everybody's feeling great, so you can have a great experience. So whatever little hang up that you may have been dealing with, I'm gonna squash that, and let's come on into the camp and knock this out and have a good time.
I must say, probably during the summer through that fall until I came and started working with you all, it was tough. And I learned some things about myself to where, if I'm being very honest and candid, there have been moments I feel where I've been really hurt, and it was difficult.
Well, yeah, I know. Listen, there was a few days I even came to you one day.
You did.
I said, you know what? What's wrong?
Yeah.
I said, man, something's wrong. Something ain't right. And you didn't share with me.
Yeah.
But I said, you can't fool me.
You would just look and I'd be like, oh gosh.
I said, you can't.
No, he sees it.
I said, you can't fool me. And the thing about it was I wasn't going to go into like, it's the way you deal with things. It's like, whatever it was, you were there. I was like, you know, I'm there with you, but I'm not going to go wherever the problem's coming from and address that, because that's not that's where I don't need to be.
Right.
I need to deal with you and how you feel, and that's all that's important.
And I'm telling you, you can't even imagine what that was like, because I did feel so protected. And I was very nervous because I didn't know, I knew Craig, but I didn't know anybody. But when I tell you, that has been so meaningful to me, that you could even see that whatever was happening in my mind was happening. But you all did make me feel so protected and so safe. And I just have to thank you, because it was a rough month before.
I know it was a month before. And Denzel and I, we're so much alike in so many ways.
Denzel Washington, that is.
You know, and you know, I guess that's why I've been with him for so long, because I'm honest with him. I'm not blowing smoke.
No.
If it's something good, I'll let him know. If it's not good, we'll talk about it, you know. And when you live what you're doing, then everything around your whole circle, you're aware of.
Yeah.
So, because you're paying attention.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm there for the money. I'm there for making a good project.
Yep.
You know.
You know.
So I'm watching everything, and I'm watching everybody.
I am.
And I'm not afraid of one mouth.
You know.
You got to say something.
And I love that.
You know, you got to say something. You know, it's like you can't be afraid of power.
You know.
You got to be able to speak to power.
Yeah.
And not be, you know. But let's talk about this.
Yeah.
And let's make this better for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
What would you say to someone who's trying to come into the film industry as a hairstylist, makeup, costumes, whatever, to empower them?
Believe in yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers, because the attacks are never going to stop. You know, I've had, when I go to work on the set, there's people that's always going to say, well, Larry can't do this. Because I had to deal with a lot of that when I first started.
Yeah.
Because when I got into the industry, everybody was a hairstylist.
Yeah.
And I'm a hairstylist, but they couldn't cut.
Yeah.
See, so they always try to put me in that box.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a barber.
Yeah.
But I can do women too.
Yeah.
And see, I used to fight that, like.
Trying to prove something.
Yeah, and I was saying to myself, why am I trying to prove something to somebody who doesn't believe in me anyway?
Right.
Just do your thing and keep it moving.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
You know, And it's funny because they always say that, but I think the first, after school days, the next 4 films, I was the only hairstylist in Spike's movie. For Do the Right Thing, I did by myself. Mo Better Blues, I had help with Clip Booker.
Crooklyn, I know Crooklyn.
Crooklyn, I had help, but they couldn't do what I needed them to do.
Okay.
Yeah, Crooklyn was funny because I had to do the girls' press and curl.
Yeah.
And I hired some help that said they could do it.
Yeah.
And I remember the first day, I'm getting the fellas ready, and I'm looking, and she's got the hot iron, and she's straightening the hair with no oil.
No oil?
So I'm like,
my hair's being greased.
So I'm saying, well, maybe because I'm a student to life, I said maybe I can learn something. Maybe she's going to show me something that I never tried before. So I'm like,
wow. So wait, you didn't go to school for this at all?
Not for haircut.
Wow.
I went to school for doing, ladies' hair.
Okay.
But not for Boston.
Yeah. You're still learning. You're willing to learn.
Yeah, every day.
Got it.
I always say, once you stop learning, you might as well put the dirt on you.
May as well.
You might lay down.
Go ahead and get them 6 feet.
So I was looking at it and I'm saying, well, maybe. No, and when I realized she couldn't do it, then I just took over.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
But
so you still were doing it all.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was funny.
Yeah. Have you been able to usher some younger people in?
I've got a lot of people in the union.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got a lot of people, a lot of hair and makeup people in the union.
Yeah.
I would sponsor them. They'd come on Spikes, and because I was in there, I put my name and reputation on the line.
Yeah.
And you never know what's gonna come back.
Well,
sometimes they'll mess you up. Because I made one mistake that I always think about. That's why I say always believe in yourself and do you. Don't, if you feel as though it's not right, don't do it.
Don't do it, yeah.
Because you got to be open. And I'm open until you show me different.
Yeah.
And I got caught.
That's called wisdom.
Yeah, I got caught on one movie where I listened when I shouldn't have.
Whoa.
And it cost me.
What did it cost you?
Well, we lost a whole day with a major actor.
And that's a lot of money.
That whole day.
Yeah.
That whole day they couldn't use none of this stuff.
Wow.
Because I listened. But I took responsibility.
Yeah.
Because I'm the department head.
Yep.
And that's the only thing I always remember. So I always tell anybody coming up behind me, or keep doing what you're doing if it's working. Don't let anybody change your mind.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson I learned.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm still here.
Yes, you are. And you better stay here a long time.
Yeah, taking one day at a time.
Well, that's all I have. Is there anything you would like to say? Are you excited for your next project?
Yes. Yeah. My next one, I'm excited. Matter of fact, I just left the office, did my paperwork.
Yeah.
And asked some questions.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
Just excited. Yeah.
Well, you better take care of yourself.
I'm gonna take one day at a time.
I know this whole New York mentality, honey. Y'all are hustle, hustle, hustle.
Yeah.
But you ain't gotta hustle that hard, Mr. Larry. You are established. Do you know that?
One day at a time.
You know that.
I'm just blessed,
Yes, you are.
I'm just blessed.
Okay, you can be humble.
I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed.
Well,
I just want to keep it.
Yes, sir.
When you got to stay there.
Yeah.
Just stay right where you're at, you know.
I'll try.
One day.
I don't know, but if I get to your level, I might not be so.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. This keep being you.
Yeah, okay.
Just stay you,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
And don't hesitate to say what you need to say.
Yeah.
You know, because I still think about what we said on that day on the set, what was bothering you. I don't know what it was, but I know it was something.
Yeah. And you saw it.
And I didn't.
And I was like, oh,
I didn't
thing.
feel.
You were like,
Yeah, right. No, because you don't need to be working around with that energy.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be able to feel free or like you belong.
I'm still learning that.
Sometimes people make you feel like you don't belong because they got a little bit of power, you know, and you need to like kill that noise.
Y'all taught me.
You know, one other on the magazine thing. We were doing a cover shoot with Wynton Marsalis, right? And I had been to a couple of his shows. This is like when he first came out. This is back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So he was like the new thing on the block, and so he came to do the photo shoot.
Yeah.
And they had all these clothes, and when I came to the set, all the clothes I saw on Miles Davis. I said, Wynton don't wear none of that.
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So when he came in and he looked at the clothes, he turned to the people and to the stylist. He said, have any of you been in one of my shows? And I forgot the answer. But he said, apparently you haven't.
You haven't, yeah.
Because I don't wear any of this.
Yeah.
And he brought his tuxedo. And he said, well, I'm glad so then he turned to me and said, I said, so I basically spoke up and said, no, I've never seen you in all that. And I knew when I said that, the magazine people was gonna be like, you with us. What are you saying? So I was like, but I'm being honest.
You gotta be honest, yeah.
You know, so I told him the truth. So we did the tuxedo thing, he did the interview, gave him a nice haircut. And on the way, at the end of the shoot, he's going off on the people. And he said, well, at least you got somebody that can do me a nice haircut. And he said, well, we discovered him. And when they said that to him, he turned to him and said, you discovered him.
Discovered him.
You should be proud that he brought his talent to your magazine.
Yep.
And when he said that, I said, I may not work with the magazine again, you know. But we walked out together and we formed a bond. And to this day, me and Wynton are very good friends.
Yeah.
Very good friends.
Yeah.
And but I never forget that.
But it taught you to basically it's okay to take up space.
Yeah, you know, because the good things are going to happen when you do right.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I thought.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on my sweet little show. You gotta tell people to subscribe,
just subscribe to her show, please. Check it out. She's the best, beautiful person. Loved working with her. Had a great time.
Oh, thank you.
Had a great time. Had a great time. Yes, I did.